All right. Friday night KitBash. Here it comes. I'm sending that out. Web C, that's me. Kerry Michael Howell, the Model Rocketeer. He's at work. Andrew Cosgrove, still on hiatus. Austin Hill, Hiko Nito. Oni Mecca is our friend. And I still haven't updated it, but we have Bit Cloutwise as our current intern. All right, we have sponsors, the Model Rocketeer, the Wicked Wookie, and Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. And thank you over there at Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. It's such great guys. So now for the show. And here I am. I'm Web C, and I'm getting things all set up and ready to go. I just got to send out a message to Bit real quick.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I'm getting those out here. I got Bit with me, and then Hiko will be jumping back in here in just a minute. He's got a bunch of stuff to show us right away, so Hiko's going to run through his things when he gets in, and then me and Bit are just going to hang out and watch what Hiko's got going on. All right, I got that first link sent over there to you, buddy, and then so Hiko's probably over there collecting links for himself. Then I'm going to go into the chat and KitBash Gundam. Make sure these guys have the link too. And page, and then I'm going to listen from the Facebook, from the book page, go over to KitBash Gundam, and share this link.
Yeah, so like, how's your night going, man? Like, you doing good? Otherwise,
yeah, we're doing great. We're just getting some things together, doing some things. I gotta pull out the chat overlay because we got our guys coming in and talking to us and everything. So I got Oya Metalisol Kustal. I can't pronounce that. That's a lot of weird syllables. Oya Metal Kustal.
like,
Is that you, Bit?
sometimes I have trouble with linguistic, but
That profile,
I can't tell
that name. That's not you, is it?
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
They'll text again. He said, "Hi guys, laugh out loud. Sorry." There he goes. In the chat overlay. So check the chat overlay. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So welcome to the show. Oh, it's Alvin. Hey, Alvin, how's it going? I've been meaning to want to
what's up,
in
Alvin?
touch with you and talk with you a little bit more, Alvin. So I am super happy to have you in the chats tonight. Hang out with us. I'm going to be doing some reviews of some KitBash work that I've done over the past 7 months here. I got 3 kits to talk about, and we'll talk about some of the work I've done, how I achieved that work, what tools I used. We'll talk about all that type of stuff. That's what we got going on tonight on Friday Night KitBash. I'm over here monitoring other things on my computer as well, so don't worry. And then we also got Hiko Nito is going to be back in here. Here we go. We got Hiko. So
yeah, man.
let's get Hiko in. Hiko, you go ahead and start your review. I'm going to blow you up, and we're just going to sit in the background. Okay, brother?
Yeah, so first of all, I have to set up the recording for this. So this is just the work in progress recording.
Awesome.
You know, when you do this setup, you're kind of following a series of steps. So that includes building the kit, you know, showing you how you did this. There's different parts that I have to make sure I show myself assembling it. Then I'll take that part and edit it. Okay.
Dude, that is like a legendary blue you got going on there, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an
That's
epic
so
blue, for real.
dude. I like it. I like it a lot.
Honestly,
I like
it
it. I
doesn't
like
have
it a
that many
lot.
parts.
Yep.
So now that I have this set up, I have to show myself assembling this. Okay. So this is just kind of like the process of doing the record setups and builds, because you're dealing with so many parts. You have to
Oh
be
yeah.
sure that you're actually able to do the recording setup. So right here, all I'm doing is just opening the manual up.
Oh yeah, that's what we're going to be setting up too. We are also going to be gaining another stream site soon. It's a site kind of like YouTube. It's called Rumble. We're going to be streaming there soon too. They also pay. Rumble is a new free speech oriented media share. So it's kind of like YouTube. It's got the same aspects, but on Rumble, like you can license your videos 5 different ways. Like it's full freedom. Like they don't hold you back or anything. So we're gonna be moving into Rumble. So that's something I want to talk with you more about, Hiko, over the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Discuss Rumble and everything, and maybe get you to also set up a Rumble account. I know it sounds new, but it's just another tag to add to your plethora of social media that you're running. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
So he was just doing a white balance. He has a gray sheet that he uses as a white balance check for his camera. And now what Heiko is going to be doing next is he is resetting all that stuff and then moving into the camera mode that he needs to be in after setting the white balance.
So basically, what's going on right here is I just set my screen, okay? So I'm going to record this, then I'm going to assemble this, okay?
Yeah.
But I'll cut edit to where I'm just putting pieces onto the kit and
Okay.
allowing myself to show the process. So like right here, I know that I'm looking at the build, so I put this onto there. That's fine. And what's next after that?
The next piece. The next piece. I said that blue is just, oh man.
That is really a good blue, for real. I like it a lot.
I'm excited to
Like,
see
it
it on
is
the
just,
final video. The high definition
yeah.
video is gonna be so nice. I'm so excited to see that. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be epic, to say the
Oh yeah.
least.
Hey everybody. Just a quick heads up. We're almost 10 minutes in, so I'm going to be doing a quick commercial. Real quick. How do I get that? Damn it. This is all new to me still. So I don't spend a lot of time on this laptop because it's supposed to just be for work. So I haven't been over here playing around and stuff a whole lot to figure out how to get things set. So give me a minute.
It's all good, bro.
Pain in the ass, really.
Yeah, I mean, I like my camera so much for my phone cameras and everything, and using my phone for all the work. But it's for some reason. Okay, we'll put it there. We'll put that there.
I'm still trying to mod out this back unit that I'm working on for my Jesta, like get it just right so I can have that on later and stuff.
I'm gonna be pushing it into here. Attach fucking file. So I can.
Yeah, so basically, just showing myself assembling it, then I'll cut edit, make sure it looks good. Like, that's fine. Okay?
Yeah.
But, so I have like a kit right here, right? But I don't have all the parts. I gotta cut the hands out now. So, the thing is that since I'm recording a work in progress video plus review, the edit parts I'm going to get for each video is completely different. Like right here, I have this on the hobby mat, okay? So I'm going to show this, I'm going to show parts, I'm going to spin around, talking about it, then talking about the build plan, right? So for right now, I'm not going to do anything but record the review setup process now. So what I need to do is get this kit ready for a focused build. That's fun.
Where did it go? Message.
So this is one of the more difficult parts of the build, where I have to turn the camera off real quick. Yeah, so that's
it's nice to hang out with you guys, right? I have a quick image to share with everybody while we're waiting on Hiko. All right, everybody, we got a free Black Friday sale over at Clarksville Hobby Depot where you can get 12% off all items. Head on over there. There's a link attached below in the video section in the descriptions from us for our link. You go over there, you get that, you help us out. That's how you help us make videos and keep this podcast going, is using the Clarksville Hobby Depot link down below. All right, thank you guys. Don't forget, pre-Black Friday sale over at Clarksville Hobby Depot. Boom, and that's how you support your sponsor. Hey guys, and Alvin, yeah, don't worry too much about that stuff, Alvin. Like I said, we'll get a hold of you. We'll talk to you. It's all behind us. We're already having a great night. So no, it's more like a 172 size. I think is what he's working on. His scale, Heiko's scale is always 172. So where is this guy? Is he back yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
So, all right. There we go. I'm back. I'm on the screen. So what's next for you, Hike? Are you just showing us more of what you got going on there?
I just gotta put the final hands onto it. Then I'm probably gonna do a spin around review.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go from there.
Yeah, well, here's some things we haven't done in a while. I'm gonna throw up some tickers and stuff for a while. So just welcome to the show, safety first, and it is Friday Night KitBash, and I am your host, Web C. We have Hiko Nito in the house, and we have Vic Cloutweiss, our new intern, in the house tonight. And Carrie will be popping in and out. And then later on tonight for the late night show, Carrie will be back in his headquarters and rocking with us and doing some stuff. I'm drinking a V8. They still don't pay me for it yet, but I'm still gonna drink it. We're having a good
It's
night.
all well and good on that. Yeah.
No, we're having a good night, good time. So, yeah, I'm gonna flip my camera around now, and we're gonna go ahead and do some. We're gonna do some talking about what I got going on with my stuff, and you just chime in if you got any questions about what I got going on my builds and stuff, and that'll help us out. Let me get my camera switched over.
All right. There we go.
All right. So
kind of lost
the
balance there. My bad.
First kit that I got to talk about tonight is a Gundam Astroth and a Gundam GPO-1, I believe, KitBash. And
yeah, that looks like Zampress, isn't it?
or yeah, it might actually be Zampress.
Which is GPO-1. It's just the last part of it is Zampress, I think.
Yeah, it's
GPO-1 Zampress.
I think it's the backpack that's different between the two. But so I just did mainly a straight build with a lot of these parts, so I didn't paint it or anything. It was just one of those kits that, with what I switched, it looked really good with what I switched. The blues from the one kit matched up really nice with the other kit as well. So that was something that was really nice that I liked about that. And so that's one of the things. So what I did here was I drilled a hole and then I pinned the side skirt in place. The ball joints for the arms aren't perfect. They do have a little bit of giveaway on them, so they don't hold perfectly. But when you're not messing with it, it stays in. So that's what I like. I took the side skirts from the Astroth, I believe. I took the side skirts from that and turned them into wings.
Nice.
So they're
I like
wings
that.
that
That's pretty cool.
they can swivel up and down, and then they can go like that in and out. So that's what they do. The shield and sword still attached to the arm on the Astroth arm. Uh, let's see. I just switched out I modified the leg and switched out just the foot to give it more of the Barbatos frame action posability and stuff. So uh, he can do larger stretches and stuff with his posing, and that's what I liked about doing this kit bash for this Gundam. Was I wanted to give it more of a Spartan battle warrior type feel, and that's why I took the butt cap or the butt skirt part from the Astroth and put it on as the side skirt type of thing. Gave it that, kept
Yeah.
along with that asymmetrical design idea. Um, I kept the shoulder pad from the other Gundam. This is not from the Astroth, I believe. I think this is from the GPO one. But then I switched the arm out from the Astroth, I believe. I'm not sure. That might actually be the GPO one arm as well. I don't have all the extra parts to concur because I started sending out a lot of these extra parts from this kit bash have gone out in bounty bags. So what you don't see on here went out in a bounty bag. So that's kind of how I built this kit. Real simple. I try my best to build all these kits to where they don't need glue as much as possible, like gluing new things on and stuff. I try not to do that. I try to cut and carve everything. So we'll be done with that one. And I think we'll move on to my core Gundam that I have up here for review that you guys have been looking at in the background. This guy is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and just show you
That's
that
one
he's.
thing I never buy. I never buy the Build Divers kits, man, or the
Oh
Build Fighters
man,
kits.
I think they're fun.
Like
They're not
there's some
serious
yeah.
kits. They're not
I
serious
just
at all.
never.
They're super fun kits. So keep that in mind. If you ever just want something that's just a fun, quick little get your mind off of something type of thing, go ahead, grab one of these guys, man. They're so fun. So here's what the core Gundam would look like without all the armor on that I gave it.
Is
So
that the G3
this is
version?
the G3 Titans color, I believe, or
Yeah.
it's the Titans colors. And
Yeah.
I switched the head.
Oh wait a minute. G3 is like a gray. Yeah.
This is the Titans head, and then that's the only thing I really switched. Besides I built in these front skirts so they don't really come off. But that was a big change up that I did for that is I built these in. So here on the leg, everything is exactly from the Hazel. Nothing on the outside has been changed. I kept it pretty much that way. All I did was cut away on the inside until I had enough space to insert my peg. And then once I got the peg in there, I was able to glue it and mount it in place with ultra thin testers cement, and it like welds it. It melts the plastics and they weld them together. That's what that stuff does. It takes about 2 hours to fully set, and then once it does, you have what this looks like on the inside. And now what's so nice is on the outside, you can't tell that there's been any modification. Like
Oh
there's,
my gosh, you just reminded me of something.
waha, wahaka.
The okay, so what I don't get is the MadWorks model glue was designed to be seam line removal and dry in 10 minutes. That's what the bottle says in Chinese on the
That's
translation.
super rude. Wondering?
Wow.
So, and then when it goes together, these uh these vent capillary things, these things that look like they're like lockers, those actually slide in place with these things to make it look like they're locked in. So it looks like it locked in that way.
Nice.
So that's what I like about that. Um, we can get you a better look. There you go. So that's what I did with that.
That is
And
really cool.
then what else you're seeing a lot of glimpses of shimmer and stuff. That's not metal etch. I actually, this was my kit that I experimented with the Molotov marker. So that's also what I did on here. That's the chrome on the rocket and everything. That's Molotov. On the back of the leg, Molotov chrome. It's an okay product. I'm not gonna knock it. It does what you want it to do.
I need to
Um,
experiment more because the Alclad Clear is the top coat you really want to use for it.
is that what the reviews are on that so far?
Yeah, if you use it on top of that, I hear that it doesn't disturb the surface because the top coat's acrylic.
Yeah.
So it's ink, but you're using an acrylic top coat, and I think it's okay, man, because that's what they said. It keeps it sheen, and you can touch it.
Okay.
That's the best thing for it.
All right.
So
And so now we're gonna move on to the arm. And so as you can see on the arm, it looks like it's just got the elbow cut out, and that's all I did really. I cut the elbow out, and then I took the joint thing that actually goes into the hand socket of the core Gundam that comes extra with the core Gundam. They give you these things like this is why it's so fun to make this is because core Gundam's so awesome. Let's see. Alvin said couldn't get them back then, but here in the U.S. is good news outside the hobby. Looks like I'll be back to where I left off real soon. That's super awesome, Alvin, to see you. Because like some of your builds that I've seen from the past were super cool. So I'm gonna be excited to see what you do. And now for the shoulder pads for this Gundam and the chest plate for the original Hazel Custom and the shoulders for the Hazel Custom. I just gutted everything and then I took and put a bar, like a plot plate rod, and I drilled a hole and glued it in place and on one side, and then let it sit and spin on the other side. And so both shoulders spin, but they also hold the chest plate on. So when I put the shoulders onto the Gundam, the chest plate slides down and locks in place. So if it were to need to be opened up or whatever in like the cartoon or whatever to get the guy out or whatever through the cockpits and stuff, that's how it would work. Booyah. And then you get full range of motion with the arms pretty much that you need. So there's not a whole lot of problems with it. Like it creates this really cool look like he's got more movement than he should. So that's one of the things I liked about that mod after I finished it. I wasn't sure about it at first because when you look at it from certain angles, it's like, oh wow, it looks a little bulky. But it all flows together really well. And yeah, I chromed the hands out and it looks really good.
Nice.
Chrome hands look really good. Like I like the chroming of the
Yeah.
hands. That wasn't too bad. So I was pretty impressed with how that turned out. And just my whole thing with the chrome is you really just can't touch it. That's the worst about it is like you don't want to touch the chrome bits at all, like because they will go away. But so to finish it off, here's it all put back together, and it actually gained some height. So here's a standard Gundam standing next to it, like they're right next to each other. It's like half a head taller than a normal Gundam uh, through the mods and everything. So that was kind of cool, being able to achieve that, get a little more height out of it as well. All right, and the next kit we're going to talk about is this baggie right here. Oh man, is this one full of stuff? So this kit is just
Nice.
got a lot of work done. So let's go through it. We're going to really break it down. I'm going to pull the weapon off, and we'll go to that last because it's pretty cool. It's got a lot going on with it. All right, so I've got this boomerang that comes off. It's a weapon, and it's also a like like a cowl from a motorcycle where you like lean down and you can go faster when you lean into your cowl and you make yourself aerodynamic. Well, that's what this boomerang does. This boomerang goes on his chest plate and his head tucks in, and he becomes more aerodynamic when he thrusts forward. So that's the first edition I made. The next addition, as you can tell, is this isn't exactly a strike Gundam per se. There's some things added and taken from it. So I have a shoulder set from a. Hold on, I'm having a brain fart. Don't be mad at me. What was it? A Victory 2 Gundam. There we go. A Victory 2
Victory
Gundam with
2
the
is
shoulder.
the Buster.
Yep. So I have both shoulders from the Victory 2, and then the legs are also all the way up to the hip. The legs are all Victory 2, except for the feet. I modified in the feet. I think these are strike feet. I'm not sure. I think they're strike feet. I might not be right. They fit really nice though. However I did that. Some things I did to mod these is whenever I do these custom builds, I drill holes everywhere. I tap holes everywhere to create like a different dimension type of thing. And I just hide them, so they're kind of hidden, so they're not like right there in your face or anything. But if we look on the side skirts and stuff, all those dots are holes that are actually drilled in. Next, I just bought a Dispay scriber right here, and I decided to start doing some scribe work with Dispay. So I have a few different scribing tools, but I hadn't really thought much about it, and was like, well, because a lot of what I do for detailing is I like to take water slides and enhance a Gundam with water slides. So I don't really like to do a whole lot of scribe work. I like to do my work with my water slides. And you can see some of that work here on this kit as well. I got 3 more minutes before Hiko's going to be taken back over. Where's that guy anyways? He's still here. All right. And then all the work I did was on this side skirt railguns. I definitely did a whole bunch of enhancements and stuff, embellishments. It still fully opens. The paint doesn't rub off or anything when I open and close it right there on its locking mechanism, which some paints cause rubbing and stuff, some paints don't. So that was really nice. One of the things about the paints I use is they don't add layers on top of your parts. The paint I use sinks into your part, so it creates like a chemical reaction. So that was one of the things that was really nice about this, putting it back together and everything. It didn't feel like I was going to chip anything or break anything when I put it back together. The whole kit comes apart real easily and puts together real easily. Not too much going on with that. Oh, Hiko's back. We got 2 minutes, Hiko. So get your thing loaded in.
Okay, I got my stock footage recording done. I'll make some more.
Awesome.
I'm gonna continue the review tomorrow because I gotta do poses. I think I have to do another retake because I got a bunch of this black shade bleeding off into the footage, so I gotta edit the color tone again.
Okay.
But yeah, that's cool.
So here is the base of the rifle for my KitBash. And then I have 2 bits that connect on either side of the rifle. Like this. So then it goes like that. Then up here I have 2 ball joints. And on each side, the assault buster attaches to the rifle now instead of the backpack. So the V2 assault buster is now a handheld weapon instead of a backpack mount. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's pretty
That's actually
versatile,
pretty
man.
cool. Yeah.
Yep. And then it would be probably new type style where everything can separate and fly around in space on its own accord and attack separately. So that would be what I would imagine that this gun's full capability is. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different points of firing for this weapon.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Because the unit that's closest to the cockpit when the rifle's being held is missiles, then you got the two bits, and then the buster cannon, and then the regular beam rifle.
Yeah.
That's really
Nice.
interesting lineup.
I found some interesting paint at the hobby store. So the 2 colors I'm going to use for this is I'm going to use the exam blue plus the Mr. Wait, no, it's not. Mr. Gundam color exam blue, then
Ooh,
alclad lacquer steel. So
cool.
two
That
basic
sounds
colors.
like a good color combo.
Yeah.
So that's going to take a while. I don't know how long this is going to take to paint, but I'm going to use the Bad Work airbrush, and
Awesome.
I have to clean this thing because it's completely dirty.
All right, Heiko, we're at the 30-minute mark, so it's back to you, brother.
Okay, I'm actually going to load up a screen share. Let me add you a video real quick, man.
Yep. I am waiting to receive.
So I did this review last week, but I never shared it on the show. This is
KitBash
just a
Gundam on
short
Facebook,
review.
a custom builders group,
All
link
right,
down
well,
below.
let's have a gander at it. This review
Mecha
was
Model
recorded
Builds
by
on
Heiko
YouTube.
Nito at Mecha Model
Reviews,
Builds.
custom painted builds, tool tutorials, and much more. Thank you for watching this video and please subscribe to the channel. This is going to be a short review on the high-grade After Colony Wing Gundam from the show Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. This is a really quick kit build. This is a pretty good looking kit. We're going to show all the accessories in the box and what this kit comes with, some poses and everything else. This kit's going to come with a manual, clear parts, sticker sheet, shield, buster rifle, beam saber, and clear effect parts, plus the mobile suit. Taking a look at the manual, you can get a shot in the front here. Looking inside, you get a color guide in the back, transformation sequences, color shots, and different poses and action the kit has. This has some pretty cool gimmicks. We're going to take a look at that also. Looking at the color guide, you can see the bird mode, some poses here, how the build is. It's a pretty simple build for a high grade. It does have some really clean looking parts. This is what the manual looks like. I enjoyed the build so far, it was fun. Using a Bandai Spirits Act mechanic stand. You're going to need this since this is a flight type mobile suit. Taking a quick spin around right here, you can see the kit in an aerial pose. The Wing Gundam is a flight type, so getting it posed on the Action Day stand makes it look pretty good. You can take a look at the colors. We're getting some pretty basic colors here. We're not missing out on too many color apps. For a high grade, this kit looks really clean, very easy to pose as you can see right here. Here is a pose with the Buster Rifle facing forwards. You can spread the wings out and legs also. The kit holds the weight pretty well. Overall, it's a very solid kit.
Yeah, it is. And those colors are pretty vibrant too.
I've been trying my best on the video edits, man. I've been trying to get the best edits possible.
Oh yeah, dude. No, your edits are definitely real good, and I always like them.
The beam saber can be stored in the shield, and you can grab it out just like this for really cool poses. I love the beam effects and posing for this with the beam saber. It looks really sharp.
So I did not know the
Here we
high
have a
grade had
quick look
that
at the bird mode.
effect
In
too.
bird mode, it's
I think it's the best part, man.
It's
Yeah,
a very
like-
solid look. And
Yeah.
as you can see, a quick spin around shows you the colors. It looks really nice.
It's nice. Nice bird mode. Great pose. I like how you really made
Overall,
sure that
this
you got
high
the
grade
legs.
has really good colors. You're just
Yeah.
getting color correcting lens
Yeah.
caps here. So you can put those on the kit. As far as colors missing, you're missing pieces for the red on the back of the red wings there, and some other gray pieces on the kit. Overall, if you just panel line this kit with gray, it's going to look good. The accessories, everything else makes it a really good kit. You want to use the Act mechanic stand since this is a flight type mobile suit. It's a very cheap stand, it looks nice.
Nice.
Thank you for watching this short review. Please subscribe to the channel. I enjoy making these hobby videos for you. Anyways, see you guys next time and thank you for watching.
Oh yeah.
I want to keep these
Awesome, man.
reviews as short as possible. That's literally my goal.
Yeah. That was a great review. It looked amazing. Everything looked great on there. No complaint too.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to come back and review this. So, I got to tone the lighting in the room again. To get that black effect, it was so difficult because this is the sheet I was talking to Harry about. I gave him the sheet. When he's ready, I'm going to go with him and help him do the edits. So that way he can use his phone to get easy pictures, basically.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I took into account what you were saying about like messing around with your light sensitivity and everything, and
I
so
have no
found
idea.
that my light sensitivity that I prefer is like almost negative 1.5, and that's pretty low.
So what I'm doing, I'm not messing with lighting. There's an app. There's a color correcting AI on Google that uses white tone or black tone. I can set the black tone to make it completely black, and it only has the color in the middle of the model left. That's all it does, man.
No. I'm not messing with white balance.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a separate one that's called EV, and that one is for uh, like luminosity, right? So it'll make
Yeah.
your blacks blacker and your light colors or your colors brighter. And
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
getting. But I'm finding that I like it a little more on the negative side compared to the positive side of that scale.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
because it starts out at 0 for this specific one, I'll screenshot it later and show you the differences. But or actually, I can show you the differences. Kind of
Here's the
okay.
size difference on another armored core. You can see another core unit about the size of it. So between these two, I would say that they're about the same size. This one's slightly taller because of the waist. That's it.
Okay, so this one
Nice.
I did not use the EV on. I just left it normal, and you can see like the colors are super bright, but you can kind of like see the background has like a gradient to it.
Yeah.
I don't really like that gradient, so I had to get rid of it. So then with a different video and a different Gundam,
Yeah, the color toning, it just
yep.
balances pretty well.
Oh, forgive me for
Yeah.
liking some Britney Spears. So
You're fired.
Is
I'm
that free
fired.
music, man? Is that
What?
Yeah.
honestly
No,
free?
it doesn't matter. She made that music while she was a slave.
Wait, hold on.
I'm
Okay.
I'm pulling it right now. So
That's I'm just saying. They were
I'm
using
just,
her.
I don't know, man. I don't know
They
how
were
any of
all
this works.
using
All
her,
I know is I
man.
like making model videos. But anyways,
I like Britney Spears.
I have to. Okay, how many months do you think it'll take me to paint this whole thing? Because I can tell you what
Oh,
I'm about to do with this, but you're not gonna
let's
like
see.
it, man. So I have to do seam line
uh
removal.
oh.
Every single mold line, panel line, I have to rescribe. Okay. Um, I have a ton of masking to do. So how long do you think it'll take to paint?
Um, honestly, I think it won't take too long. It just depends how many colors do you want to do.
Well, for colors, I actually have 4 colors, man.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it should take you I say it take you with the speed you
Forever.
go at. I would say it would take you a month and a half to get the colors
Oh,
done.
that's not
And
too
then it'll
bad.
take you.
And rescribing panel lines and seam lines.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then describing in the panel lines, that all is gonna take a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I don't think it'll take you too long. I think 2 months, maybe 3 months tops.
I say
With
2 months,
venting
man. 2 months
and
at least for this one kit. Yeah.
yeah,
It's still
you got
not.
some
It's
work
like
ahead of
half
you.
the size of the Mark III, man. So I'm saying 2 months at least, probably.
Yeah.
Uh, the Victory, the Resin Victory took me 3 months, man. The Resin Mark III took me 3 months. The
Oh, I
Gunsniper
believe
took
it.
me about 2 months.
Totally
Yeah.
believe it. It took me what is it? I mean, like I put a. So I don't go like because I build on a different pace than you.
Yeah, I
So
pretty much figured that.
when I build like say my super custom kits, like that super custom bale that I did, that full mechanics one, that one when I did that one took me 120 hours of work. Like I clocked by hours. Like every time I sat down, did some work on it, and then So that one took 120 hours. So if I were to have like a job that kept me away from doing Gunpla, to add on to doing Gunpla, I could imagine my time scale like that 120 hours would get spread out over 3-4 months, because I don't have the ability to just sit there and work on it for 8 hours at a time.
I wish.
So,
I honestly wish sometimes.
well, I mean, that's like the most time I can sit down and work on a Gunpla because, I also got kids, I also got wife, I also got cook, I also got animals, all that type of stuff. So, I got a whole bunch of other busy things in my life too. So the concept of uh, how much time I'm putting into something compared to you kind of throws me off sometimes because I'm just like trying to think of the actual time in hours. So I'd be like, man, it'd take you forever.
It does take me forever. It sucks. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
I totally understand it.
Oh, it's okay. But I'm gonna spend tomorrow afternoon cleaning my airbrush. Then
Ooh,
I'm probably gonna start finishing the review. I'll post the review this weekend, and we'll play that
nice.
video on Wednesday night.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and keep filming the work in progress. Next thing will be using the. What I got to do a review, man, on the
Yeah,
MadWorks model glue.
definitely.
I gotta pick up the tools. So I gotta pick up the Mia Pro Hobby file. I gotta get that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to get a Mr. Hobby turntable, like you mentioned. That'll be good.
Yeah, this Mr. Hobby turntable's kind of noisy.
I cut the edit, man. It doesn't have audio.
I'm just letting you know, like, you can hear it. It's a little noisy. It goes, wee. If you put it on the slow setting, you don't hear it.
172 scale kits I could buy still, and I don't want to think about buying them because they're atrocious in price. The Zoids kit, the Zoids Falcon is $100, man.
The
Oh, is it
Zoids
really?
Falcon is 100.
Zoids
Oh,
Jet Falcon
wow, that's
from Liger Zero, and I gotta buy
yeah.
that.
Yeah, dude, the new Liger Zero that just got printed and is out at my shop, to buy everything for it, it's like $280.
Like wow.
Because this new
Like
Liger, you get the Liger, and then you get the Liger's like backpack, and then there's also an armor pack. So it's like $80 for the backpack, $60 for the armor pack, and $120 for the Liger. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, so it racks up, man. $240, $300 for that damn thing. I'm just like, wow.
That Liger Zero is literally as big
like
as
I
a
like
Gundam in that scale.
I do want
you
to
can like
take.
literally make a master grade or a perfect grade look like it's riding it, from what I understand.
I want to do a Barbados Liger build. I've seen a couple that look real nice and stuff. And don't tell Carrie.
Barbados Liger.
Ghost.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's already too late for that.
Garbatos.
Like that would be kind of cool if you do it just right. Like I would say that.
Oh, they just left it.
One.
They took the blue off of the Barbatos and made the Barbatos match the. What is that?
I still have to figure out. Okay, so I told you about this last time, but I'm trying to determine if I should buy another one of these sets. This thing.
What
Far over there.
What set is that? Oh, okay.
This is from
That's
Volks
weird.
Hobby. Yeah.
Black Knight Rare.
Yeah. It's a
That's
figure
so
model
weird.
kit.
Nice.
Apparently you can disassemble the whole thing, but it's partly like it's like buying a frame arms kit.
A G-frame?
Sort of.
Like I do like the G frames. Like I've taken some of the shields and put them on some of my kits before.
It's bigger than a high grade, I know that. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
It's like twice the size of the high grade. But here's a non-grade gen. So like that's the height right there. It's a little bigger than a high grade. About the size of it.
Uh-oh.
Besides that, it's just like slightly taller, like 2 inches maybe. But you could buy these for high grade kits, man, easily and put them on there, I think. Sweet. There's the camera. That's set up. I've been trying to do more videos recently. It's been difficult slightly. It's like the whole world disappears, man, on Friday night.
Yeah.
My wife forgot
Like
I
they're
was
probably
working.
out.
Oh yeah,
I'm
the whole
trying to
world
watch.
definitely
Twitter is
disappeared.
self-imploding on itself right now. Did you know that?
The internet?
Twitter is imploding right now.
No, the internet.
I thought you said
It's
interweb
legit.
for a minute. I was
Like
about to say, huh?
your whole assessment actually shows that the entire internet is having an implosion right now. But I'm also seeing it as, I think, like I said, I think it's just with the way the weather was and everything, how it was so nice for so long into the fall. Like, dude, it was nice for trick-or-treating in Minnesota. Like, clear sky, sunny day, everything. It didn't even get wet or rainy. I think that's rare for Minnesota to have a nice Halloween. So,
You know, Alex Jones is back on Twitter.
Alex Jones is back on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he'll
Uh-oh.
get sued again.
Not by Twitter though, because there's no one at Twitter left.
Let's see what's on the notification list for today. Looking at things. Any suggestions on how to airbrush in a cold area? Yeah, so that was one of the questions I came across today by Chris McNally. Any suggestions on how to airbrush in a cold area? I have to set up my work area in the basement and looking to airbrush, but not sure if that will work or not. Well, you're protected from the elements when you work in the basement. The basements are usually colder, usually about 60 degrees to 55 degrees in a basement, especially in the wintertime. So I would suggest always hooking up a space heater and running that for a couple hours before you decide to start painting. And then, like, maybe 15 minutes before you start painting, shut that off to allow the temperature to slowly go down a little bit. Then when you get done painting, turn it back on. And keep your vent running while your parts dry. So those are all my tips. That's the only thing I can give you for tips for airbrushing in cold weather areas. I live in Minnesota. I have a direct window vent. Like, my airbrush station and everything is right next to a heater vent and a window. So I'm kind of lucky that way. I can keep my paints warm and I can vent right out of the house. So that was nice. Dude, you need to go somewhere with that. You need to get that out of here. One. Lay down. I'll take you back out later. Gosh.
Fur
Dude,
babies.
I've got a pity, okay? And I love her to Jeebus and back, I tell you what, but it's just breed specific, man. They're fart demons, man. They fart on everything. Fart everywhere. Dude, last night we were just chilling, sitting on the couch together, me and the dog. And I'm watching TV and it got to a quiet spot in the TV. And it wasn't even like a loud fart or anything. It was just like a little toot. It was like, toot. I was like, did you seriously? And I was like, oh, you did. That's a good one.
I'm probably at my wit's end right now, and I have to admit that, unfortunately, I don't have any content to show right now. I'm literally dry because I have to stop.
You know what you do? You recycle. Go back 2 years and hit share.
Wait, you want me to pull a video up, man?
Dude, go back 2 years and hit share.
Yeah, okay, man. I guess we're doing this. Let me go pull something up. I bet I can pull something on my ass real quick.
I'm just saying,
You know
like,
me?
you're saying you don't have content, but I swear you got something to share with us. Like,
Okay, I'll go to YouTube and download something. Exactly 2 years ago. The first video 2 years ago.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
There you go. Alright. Yeah, I have to agree. Pits can be both a blessing and a curse.
Oh,
Because, like you said,
she's an amazing friend. Okay, because it's like, I don't really also want to be clear. I don't feel like I own her or anything. She's my friend.
She
hangs
owns
out
you.
with me. She spends the day with me. She is my buddy. Well, she doesn't really spend the day with me, I should say. She spends the nights with me. When I'm up alone at night, having my insomnia and stuff, she's up with me, dealing with all that.
Like, that's awesome, dude.
So she's just a great dog. Yeah. Other than that, though, I mean, we're just watching my Gundam project here swirl around in circles. Hiko's
And watching me move back and forth.
looking for video stuff. Yep, watching you move back and forth. I got some lo-fi playing for everybody, you know. That's always good for the brain. And yeah, so
Like,
tonight on our late night show, we will be. Oh, that's cool.
yeah, like I'm kind of getting creative, but like I originally had it on the back, both of them on a back two shields with this particular part.
All right.
How hardcore do we
But
want to
like,
get?
yeah.
Not that hardcore, Hiko.
Okay.
How hardcore can hardcore be without it being too hardcore?
Well, I'll show
Sound
you.
like a riddle.
The legend of the rent was way past due. Yeah.
Alright,
Give you
Tenacious D.
I'll give you something
hardcore
hardcore that you blow your balls out with. Okay.
No. Don't blow your
Wow.
balls out with. Wow. That's just Jesse. Jesse boy.
And
I thought this was supposed to be PG-13.
Well, it borderlines on PG-13 and yeah, parental
I don't
guidance.
trust guys. I don't
Totally.
trust guys during in that don't shave because you know they're not doing it either.
What?
Oh wow, you know that
Hey,
kind of.
Holy shit! I didn't.
I'm gonna start
didn't like that.
growing this back in right now, anyway. So.
oh, don't
Hey,
worry.
Whoopsie, I don't know if you should be offended or something. I don't know.
Don't take
I
offense.
actually have a beard all year round, so Hiko can eat a dick. Or I mean, he can savagely devour a satchel of Richards.
No, that's not.
Or he could eat a whole bag of zombie
You missed the
Richards.
point completely, man. I said
I know what you're saying, Hiko.
I don't trust people who shave during NNN.
Oh,
You should have missed it. Because they gave up.
Wow.
no, I don't shave. I trim up and everything, though. I'll like, that undercarriage on my goiter, on my neck.
No, that's not what I mean.
I keep the beard down.
Oh,
All
what are
that
you
stuff.
talking about, man?
I trim up. Hiko.
Okay, I'm gonna load you a video, but it's not
Load.
offensive.
It better be.
Oh, it is offensive. 100% no.
Oh shit.
Is this safe?
No, for Gundam fans, probably not.
Shite. Well, that's pretty dope.
All right,
actually.
like, yeah, that is really cool. I like that, but
That's the,
don't let.
that motherfucker said, "Die, Mikazuki."
Mikazuki, August, you have met your match.
Like that. Carrie will be like, "Do you see that? He's killing him. He killed Mikazuki. Die, Mikazuki."
Well, no more babies for Mikazuki.
This is a really tough project, man.
It looks really
Yeah,
nice,
I
though.
bet. Like, how long did it take you to do the box part of it? Like where the sand is?
Oh, I made a photo frame. I collected sand and stuff from the river. Then I started painting and shading the texture with Tamiya acrylics.
Nice.
Very good.
Then I had to use putty for the ground effects, pushing it backwards on the feet.
Oh no.
Because God forbid a 1.5 trillion LED mirage comes along and blasts your heads off, man.
Oh no.
It's only 1.5 trillion horsepower.
No blasties.
No, 2.5 trillion, sorry. 2.5.
Well, still, I mean, it's not every day you see an OP Gundam like that get its butt handed to him.
Get
Not
smash
really.
pass. Smash pass.
You have been dealt with.
It's technically a
Thou
media share.
dealtest with it.
A what share?
So I will tell you, I got my idea from the Black Knight.
Rayer?
No, Raiders of the Lost Ark. No. Crusaders. Monty Python.
Bruce.
Black Knight from Monty Python.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is
just
but
a
a flesh wound.
That's what I said.
Oh, that is so wrong on so many levels.
Wait, I can't load pictures in here, can I?
No, I was just talking with Bit about that.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Hey.
that's it.
Whatever.
Yeah, we were
Is
talking
just
about that
funny
earlier.
how tonight is rolling. Like, yeah, it would be cool if we could, but like, unfortunately,
Oh, I have to ask you a question. Do you like Iron Blood Orphans?
I do.
yes, I do too. I just think that some of this, like there was a lot of filler. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball kind of thing, you know, a lot of filler, but still good.
It's like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Gunball.
I loaded a Sunrise animation
No.
opening.
Nope.
Oh shit!
We will not be watching this.
No, it's just the Haro, man. It's just Haro.
I don't believe you.
No, it's actually Haro. I promise you.
The question is, like, oh, yep, Mikazuki died. He is gone. Bye bye,
Hiko.
Mikazuki.
Hiko, you're going to that one place.
Not that one
I
place.
thought it was pretty clever.
No,
You see the,
no, it's not clever.
Just wait until I make the G Witch ones. You'll love it, man. 'Cause I got
I
some
haven't watched
stuff
G-Witch,
planned.
so you'll just be.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert!
It won't be spoiler. I promise.
So, like, I'm gonna start like revamping more of along the lines of the comic book I used to do back in high school. So
What is
I'm pretty psyched about that. Well, it's called Arc Force back in the day. It's basically a god, a goddess, a good demon, a dark monk, and they go around and try to stop the apocalypse, as modern day Christianity would put it. But back then it was known as the Great War. So basically the internal war of good and evil type thing, and dark forces try to rule over the land, you know, ancient
Oh,
tale.
I see.
Just more along the lines of a mystical standpoint as far as like not non-Christian ways of dealing with it. So there's like spell work and like stuff of that nature. But there's also like the taming of dark creatures, them go good, and things of that.
Yeah. So
I'm adding characters to it, so it's kind of like an after that. Like when I revamp it, there's going to be a few extra characters in it that weren't originally there.
you know, I was watching Gundam Build Fighters Try, and I saw something.
That is a good series.
I saw something that really caught my attention that I didn't realize before.
Do they have a Gundam Build Fighters do?
No, it was the Crossbone full cloth.
Oh, so there's
Okay.
no.
Like the full cloth, yeah, the full cloth, and then the full cloth XO1, I believe.
So
Like there was two different versions
Joke
of it.
just went right over.
What happened was in the show.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
what you were getting at, bro.
Yeah.
Build Fighters try. Build Fighters do.
So Build
Dying
Fighters
over here.
Try, when the Crossbone full cloth fought 3 different mobile suits at the same time.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened in the manga. Then the thing is that
Pretty much.
I noticed something that happened, that the Crossbone full cloth was never fully destroyed in the manga. It took a full colony laser point blank, and it was still, the pilot was intact, okay? Let's just say that.
Because it opened its mouth and retrofired to create a safety barrier.
Actually,
an
I think it
eye
was
field.
more along the lines of, it opened up an eye field generator in its mouth,
Yeah.
or it was along the lines of the GNX and the shield for the full package, or the part of a ski wing,
No, the
where
Crossbones
it
have eye field
absorbed
generator
it.
hands too.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
I'm just
Like,
saying,
knuckles, yeah.
In the video I've seen before, the beam of light opens up and hits Crossbone. you see Crossbone open its mouth and particles start to gather in its mouth. So that's what I was saying. Like, I think it opens up its mouth and uses its weapon in its mouth to create a safety shield or whatever.
The
Something to
biocomputer?
prevent.
Like a
Biocomputer is the
retro,
same as
like
the
a.
Zeta. The S90
So
Zeta
basically, you're
and
saying,
Crossbone have a biocomputer for new types that enhances their abilities.
Is it
yeah, it's a later on. It's like a super. It's kind of like a mix between the Blue Destiny and the I want to say Now I'm having a brain fart. Thanks, Websy. You passed on your brain fart. You have
Oh.
successfully won next round.
Okay, so the Crossbone, it just takes the colony laser. It tanks the colony laser completely, okay? And the pilot just becomes blind. That's all that happens, okay? That's just
The
from
Gundam
radiation.
goes blind.
No, the pilot goes blind from radiation, okay? Basically, in the show, when Build Fighters Try, the transient Gundam couldn't destroy the Crossbone. It just collapsed from running out of power, basically. It wasn't blown up, it wasn't destroyed, it wasn't obliterated. It was just standing there and fell over because it ran out of power. And the match was over after time. Yeah.
Yeah, like the transient Gundam basically maxed out its Parvati particle discharge rate within the simulator.
Yeah. And it
They
just,
both ran out on that.
It took everything. It took all the damage and just said, I'm just don't have any power left, so I just fall over. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? They couldn't destroy the Crossbone in the manga or the anime. It's okay.
Nope.
And it's the same as the unicorn, man. It's like two mobile suits. They can take a colony laser, and you don't see anything else like that happen ever.
Nope. It is one of those freaky deaky things that don't happen very often, but only in the presence of an OP mobile suit or Gundam.
Yeah.
And like, not even the big Zam, I think, could take on the cloth, the full cloth like that. And big Zam's a pretty OP suit.
The full cloth is still a weak mobile suit, but you look at the TCM-03 Phantom Gundam, the Ghost Phantom, which is the Psycho frame.
Dude.
Yeah, that thing is just sick, man. Like the gold,
but the full cloth,
silver TCM Phantom Gundam, which is just sick.
But the full cloth, like
the full cloth
just takes nothing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the full cloth has like different modes with it can do as well. The only thing that is really cool about the full cloth, it has more weapons than a lot of the other Gundams. Like just right there underneath that armor skirt that is like flowing over it. And that skirt has also got like a GN coat, like a coating on it that is a beam resistant coating and everything else that it needs.
Oh yeah, it has beam resistant coating for Anaheim and SNRI. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's got the butterfly buster. It's got pretty much a small caliber grenade launcher, and it can go into sword mode. It's got the crossbow, which that thing's a multi lock on. It's a multi lock on weapon system on its own, and then there's like the two GN, the two pistols, and then the sword that attaches to one of them at a time, and it can go into a bigger beam rifle. It is just weapons out the rear, plus grappling hooks, armor piercing knives, like a guitar type thing where the skulls on the side of it turn into like boxing gloves like the Maxter on a cloth. If you look at them, like there's so many like within there's those things have a lot of weaponry, which in GBN in sword mode, which is really cool. It's a gold class weapon.
So the Ghost Gundam, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Live gaming
is a completed version of the Phantom.
Yeah. The Phantom is pretty much a prototype.
And the Ghost one is the actual completed one, the XMXX.
Yeah. which I think
Apparently,
the
its power
ABC
output was
cloak
higher
is
than
pretty
the
cool.
V2, apparently.
Strap on a
Because
pair of
it's
tips.
Wow.
using,
We're going gaming.
it's using, what is it called?
Isn't it using a cold fusion device for a power source?
No, it's using something else.
Like, there's a few of the Gundams later on in the 1 Year War that use cold fusion, like a cold fusion battery or something of that nature, I think, but I'm not for sure which ones anymore.
So, the fuck is this? Dude, there's all sorts of new stuff on Facebook that I know nothing about. What's Alvin talking about?
Uh-oh.
Past the brain fart legacy.
V2 handheld weapons.
We got Steam,
Holy
we got a Red Tabletop,
Cap
we got
Freedom parts.
Defender Defender, Big Chicken Shack, Humans of New York. What the fuck is all this
Like,
shit? Let's see more shit. Explode. Explode. Oh, we're ready for live. Some live video games. Some live. See, that's live. We're live. Back yet again. Back yet again. Who's all live? Who is live? The Sugar Shack. Anybody know about the Sugar Shack? You guys know what Sugar Shack is? Dollar store crafting.
Whoa, what'd you say there, bub?
You ever hear of Sugar Shack?
Sugar Shack, isn't that like, for a reason my mind went back to a song that I heard back in the day, Love Shack. I don't know why. Don't ask me why either. That's all you're gonna get out of me.
Okay, so apparently the Ghost Gundam, which was the modified completed version of the Phantom Gundam, was designed to have a Minosky flight craft, but the beam output, instead of just going through the backpack, went through the whole body. So it generates beams out the whole body, basically.
So it's kind of like Big Zam in a way.
It's like a unicorn, but the unicorn didn't have Psycho Frame, it had beam weapons coming out of its whole body, basically.
Well, the unicorn had a different psycho type of, like the unicorn had an adapted, like, the Psycho Frame put together because it was able to take control over another Psycho Frame. We annul it, like, annul the effects of it.
Yeah, I think with the biocomputer and the beam output for the Minosky flight craft and the Phantom Light, it should technically have a higher energy output than the V2.
Yeah, well, the V2, like, it had a high output. The only difference is that it probably had a little bit more firepower as far as different weapons. When they combine together, though, it probably would... I don't know, like, to be honest. But that would be a pretty interesting fight, I think. Like, I want to see Barbatos go up against the Phantom Gundam. Let's see who would win that fight. Alright. What are your favorite Gundams or mobile suits?
F91, Crossbow, and Victory.
Alright. Like Freedom.
Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite UC stuff. My other three favorites are probably G Savior, G Self, and Eternae.
Like, I'm gonna have to go. Like, I'm always like Victor. Like, I like the Freedom, and the Freedom's one of my favorite. The Wing Zero, and then Build Strike full package.
Yeah. Did you know Mark from G Saviors is basically a space Nazi?
Kinda, yeah. In a way, I can see that.
Have you seen the photos of Mark?
No.
Okay, hold on.
What are you talking about?
Okay, listen. Mark from G Savior is a space Nazi. Listen.
Kind of funny.
No, I'll literally
Like,
I stepped out
like
for
I
2
can see
seconds.
that.
This is what I got to come back to.
No, I will. I'm gonna show you.
Don't act like that, bro. You know you find that interesting.
Not really. Wait, what? Interesting? I don't know.
Oh man, look, I'm gonna send you a photo. This is literally him. Okay, you're not gonna understand, but he's part of the colony organization.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a picture, Michael, and I'm gonna send him a picture. You tell me what that's
Full
literally.
frontal pilots the Nightingale? Is that what I'm seeing here?
I can't.
No, I'm not.
Some
I'm not
douche
kidding. That's
dude that
literally
looks like Shah
is,
Aznavour.
that is Mark from G Savior, man. That is literally him in the colony organization.
Where is this?
Mobile Suit Gundam G Savior.
Did you send me a picture or something?
Yeah, I did send you a picture on Messenger.
That's a bit concerning.
Like, I do not have it.
It's just
Like,
a
I
bit
thought G Savior was total different timeline.
No, G Savior's UC, man.
Well, oh yeah, no, I thought they happened at different times though, like as far as the UC
Yeah,
wing.
G Savior happens after victory, man.
Which I like, as far as movies go, I do not count that as a movie. I count that as a flop, as far as the live action goes.
He was a space Nazi that left, man. And he wanted to go.
I mean, can't we just agree that pretty much all of Xeon and Neo Xeon and they're all just pretty much space Nazis?
he was one of them, basically, yeah.
Yeah, he was on that team.
It's kind of funny to think about it. You know, that's actually legitimate from his profile picture in the movie for his credential identification, what it's called.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Super weird.
He went to a party full of them, dude. Did you not see the uniforms they're wearing, man?
No, I don't go to parties like that. I'm sorry.
No, it was the movie, man.
Yes, I get it. They all do. That's the whole point. Like, the creators of Gundam turned that part of the show, like, or those people from the show, and like they had to model it off of some sort of bad military from the past. So they were like, well, let's model it off of this.
Let's go against our old, like, acquaintances, the Nazis.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. All right. Like, seriously, if you think about it, though, it does make sense. We got screwed by these guys, so we're going to make fun of them now.
Well, they didn't get screwed by them at all.
Well, I mean, they
terrible deals.
Yeah. They still got. They sure get but they really took on the war on that one.
Okay, so.
That whole, like, the whole World War II, like, there was a whole bunch of bull in that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Genocide is never something that should have been committed in the first place, in my mind. Like, have you ever heard of GMK World?
Yeah, that's the YouTube channel that's been bootlegging people's content.
Yes, like, I watch that, and they have some really cool stuff on there. Like, as far as builds, like, I've come up, like, I want to modify some of the certain designs in there, like, for something I would do. Like, if I had the skill for some of that stuff. I'm still getting into, like, KitBashes and stuff myself. But I applaud some of those guys coming up with that stuff. Oh, we got another V8 on the scene. Everybody vacate the premises.
Oh yeah. Well,
You know
I
what
quit
goes good with
drinking.
V8?
No. What?
Chili cheese Fritos.
No, not this. This is peach mango. That
No,
would
as
not
far
taste
as like,
good.
no, just regular V8. Think about it
Oh
for a
yeah,
minute. You got chili cheese Fritos, and then you got V8. What do you have there, basically?
soup. Gazpacho.
Chili! Chili!
Kind of. I don't
Gazpacho.
put tomatoes in my chili.
Yeah, for gazpacho, man, that's pretty good stuff.
That's why I said gazpacho.
Hey, do you like
Hey,
ceviche?
Hey, I can see that too.
Ceviche?
Huh?
You like ceviche?
It's okay.
I mean, I think we do shrimp and ceviche, man. That's pretty good.
There's some. Yeah, I can't have that. But I can have like regular ahi tuna ceviche.
Okay, that's good.
Huh.
If
Oh yeah.
it's white meat, yeah, that's good.
And then what else have we had?
Cod's pretty good in there too.
I know how to make homemade lox.
I never done that.
You never had lox?
No, we don't.
Like lox and bagels?
No.
Oh, dude. You take bagels and cream cheese, and then lox is actually it's a cured salmon or a cured steelhead, and so it's like eating sushi, but you cure it with salt and lemon and dill, and then when you're done curing it, it's fully ready to eat. Looks like it's raw still, and you slice it thin, and you put it on top of cream cheese that's on a bagel, and you just eat it like that.
Oh.
It's so delicious. You can put caviar or salmon roe on it if you want. I really like it.
I've never had caviar before, to be honest.
Okay.
But I've had calamari before, so
I can't eat that either.
why not? Just wondering.
I have a shellfish allergy.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so I also can't eat stuff that makes shellfish their main diet.
Ooh.
So that also means
no.
I can't
You
eat
can't have
shrimp,
shrimp,
I can't eat
then.
lobster, can't eat crab, can't eat squid or octopus because they eat lobsters and crabs.
Yeah.
Because that's like part of their main diet actually. And then yeah, so I can eat swordfish, tuna, shark, and one other fish from the ocean. But I can only eat like 4 things from the ocean because a lot of things from the ocean eat shellfish. Like a lot of the other critters and stuff eat shellfish and stuff.
Well, that would really blow because of the simple fact that
what
shrimp
you doing,
is
Hiko?
delicious.
Can you see this?
I turned it on,
Wait,
but I can see it down below.
This is
Do you
not a
want
video
other
though. That's the thing. Oh gosh. Hold on.
It's like you're watching shot by shot of a Zoids.
Can you see what I'm doing right now?
Kind of. I can. Nobody else can. Only me.
To be honest, now I'm kind of scared to find out what's going on.
Oh, he's just messing around with some video stuff.
Okay. So, like, I did order a toolkit today, and something for another kit that I'm gonna, like, another bash I'm gonna do.
All right, you guys.
What is this?
USAGS is announcing a new contest.
Okay.
Masume
Really? Really?
contest. Mecha Masume. Apparently, we have to build some sort of mech girl.
You're not paying me to do that. No one is. That's not gonna happen, dude. No way.
I'm not doing it.
I have a
Well, isn't there a bunch of those anyways?
Yeah, I was gonna say if I can screen share this, I think it'd be okay. And there's no audio right now in the game.
I don't want to know. Here. Now it's up.
Like, I think that.
Oh, hey, you know what we need to talk about before
Mekmasume?
we talk about that? Oh,
What would that be?
the Model Rocketeer's chiming in. Hold on. We gotta talk about one
Uh-oh.
thing. Hold on. We gotta just talk about one thing. Yo, everybody out there, Clarksville Hobby Depot is having a pre-Black Friday sale, 12% off all items. Go to the link below this video in the description and click on the Clarksville Hobby Depot link to get to the site. And if you click our link below, it helps us run our podcast. So thank you very much. And that was just a quick message from our sponsors over at Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC.
Nice.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So I am working on creating a background in such a way. I'm going to go find a nice picture of a desk to give us all a fake desk to sit behind.
Like,
So
that
we're
would be
doing like
awesome.
it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be super fun when I get this idea I got, because I got my new graphics editing tools and stuff in finally, and so I plan on doing some.
It
fun
would be
stuff.
even better if you make it, like, really cheesy looking.
The first one probably will. They all do. They all look real cheesy, like just stuff like this, like I make it all cheesy. Produced by WebC Official via Restream.io. And what's in the Hang Wednesday? Your host, so Carrie shows, my shows. We got all different shows and stuff. So all that stuff, what you see me floating around with these things, like messing with this stuff, this is all just, the different things in it. So I like making those because it makes us stand out. It makes us look like we are unique. Your shortcuts.
Hey, how much was that? The Liger Zero Panzer CAS plus Snyder?
Like,
Jaeger?
that's Jaeger.
Yeah.
That's a gun sniper. That's a gun sniper in Snyder. Yeah, that's the gun sniper in the Snyder.
What about this thing?
Like,
I don't know.
like it's no. I like the gun, like those versions of the Liger, but I'd like to see a crossover between the Schneider and a Blade.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this backpack
That would be
now
awesome.
for another Zoids kit. The Jet Falcon backpack I'm using here. I'm trying to get this thing. Can't find it for sale though.
Alright, whoa, it looks like we're having connection issues.
Who's having connection issues?
It's just saying someone in the stream is having connection issues.
It's probably Carrie.
More than likely.
What's up, guys?
Mr. Rocketeer. Like, there we
Carrie,
are.
how's it going?
How's it going, boss?
It's going good. I'm walking.
Oh, you're done with your shift?
Yeah, I had to
Nice.
wait a little bit. The roads are real bad, so it took a little while for the manager to get there and relieve me and my buddy. So I'm on the trail. I'm about 10 minutes out.
Awesome. I'm just over here looking at things on the card. I'm gonna tell these guys what Clarksville Hobby Depot has in for new arrivals and restocks. It's just gonna be a verbal. It's gonna be verbiage. Right now, the 1/100 high resolution Gundam Ashtray red frame powered, $179.99 for that kit. Remember, we've got a pre-sale going on, 12% off all items. So 12% off $79.99. That's almost $20 off. So you get it for $150, $155, $156, somewhere around there. Think about that.
Like, I would like to have that type of model.
This sucks. So, there's a kit here that I want really bad. Hint, hint, sponsors. I would really like to get my hands on this 144 HGGS number 16 Meteor Unit and Freedom Gundam. I'd
Oh
really
yeah.
like to build that. I'd really like to paint and build that. That would be right up my alley. Um, then we are still waiting on the Zeta Gundam Verka to stock, which means that must be getting shipped soon too.
That would be a
Scott
fun
does
build, I
have in
think.
stock for $67.99 the 1100 MZ double Zeta Verka. The double Zeta is going for $67.99, so 12% off. You're looking at 59 flat, something like that, something close to that. So let's see, RG Evangelion 144, the double O TX piston cannon set, $64.99. So
Nice.
that comes with the extra cannon, I believe. And there's some more still too.
That's
So
nice.
let's see what came in. The Hades Project. Oh, this one's for Hiko. The Hades Project Zeomer of the Heavens Moderoid.
I was
Dude,
looking
that
for the
thing is,
Great Zero Rhymer, actually. Technically,
yeah.
the blue one. Yeah.
I mean, this Hades
Nice.
one looks dope, though. I mean, it looks really nice, Hiko. Gundam Kyrios. That Moderoid was $60, $59.99. Moderoid is good looking. I think it looks nice. Next on the line to talk about is 1/100 MG Gundam Kyrios for $58.99.
That's a
That's a good
gorgeous
kit,
kit.
good size kit. I've got one in my backlog.
So that's a beautiful kit too. It's got great
Yeah.
possibility.
And then next on the restocks is Godhand Ultimate Nipper 5.0 for $57.99. Remember, everything's all on sale for 12% off. So hey, that's a pretty good deal on a Godhand
That's a
Nipper.
great deal. So if you're a God Hand fan or you're
Yeah.
looking to upgrade your toolkit to the next level, this is a chance to get in and get an elite tool at a great price.
Ooh. Yeah. All right, so
Yeah.
next kit up on deck is a 1/100 MG a straight red frame custom. It's actually the red frame Kai um, for $57.99, which is actually a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good price on that. Plus, add think about that 12% off also. That knocks a few more bucks off in such a nice way. So
Yep.
especially at $57.99, that's a huge price. Something that's going to be coming in soon is going to be a master grade RX-75 gun tank. That is on my list
Nice.
of kits I want
Yes.
to have because I want to play around with those treads, man. Um, let's see. Something else. It's in stock is a 1/100 master grade sword impulse at $52.99, guys. You better get in there and get that for $52.99. That's a Strike Gundam Master Grade. So is that an older Strike Gundam Master Grade then? Because I would say like the Dual Gundam would be a little bit more than that. I mean, there's more plastic for the Dual Gundam, but the Master Grade
It
Dual
depends
Gundam.
if. Well, the Master
That's just my
Grade Dual
question.
Gundam, I think it
Yeah.
came with there was two of them. There was the one with the Schultz shroud.
Now there's
Well,
also
actually,
okay.
there's
So as I'm looking, there's the Sword Impulse and the Force Impulse, both master grades,
Force
both
Impulse.
52.99. So the difference would be one has a flight backpack and one does not. Or one's flight backpack is a speed flight and the other one is a short range flight,
Get my butt
I
handed to me.
believe. Um,
Well, if I remember correctly, Force is the one with the guns, the
okay.
cannons, and
Not
then the
in yet,
missiles on
but
the one side.
coming is a 1/100 full mechanics aerial.
Yes.
Who's thinking about getting one of those?
Nice.
I
That
know.
I
would be
think
Right
I'm
now
gonna
is the
nice.
get
time to
one,
pre-order for something of this caliber.
right? I
How do you
was
even
like,
Yeah.
buy the high grade right now? How do you even get
yeah,
that?
also for sale, if you like those mobility units, those high mobile units, the 1/100 master grade mobile Jin is on sale for $50.99, and you get the 12% off on that. Yeah, you're looking at a good $40 kit right there. That's not bad. Um,
Yep.
then they have Magic Knight Ray Earth Spirit of Fire Moderoid for $48.99. They have the Gun Primer Gate Remover Kit for $44.99 right now.
That is the
Page
steal right
two,
now.
Yep.
That's what
Page two
the entry builders need to get their hands on right there.
for $40.99, you can get the regular crossbone Verkaw. For $38.99, you can get the full mechanics fail. The high grade silver bullet coming in at $31.99. Oh, silver bullet suppressor for $31.99. I was like, that's a little high for a silver bullet, but not the suppressor. The suppressor has a bunch of extra stuff on it and everything, and it's got different shoulders, I believe, than the regular silver bullet. All right. For $30.99, you can get the 172 HG number 12, a main Brady Fox. It's the light beige and light blue colored one because they have a couple different Brady's. Madworks MH03 single blade nipper for $29.99 at Clarksville Hobby Depot. $21.99 is for the God Gundam high grade. High grade Hyakushiki, $21.99. What? $21.99 for a Hyakushiki? Dude, if I didn't just spend money on a video game, I'd be sitting here adding stuff into a cart because some of these prices are insane. BB number
Sounds like it.
$2.99. First SD Gundam I've come across so far. SD Gundam for $12.99. A stray gold frame. Gundam a stray gold frame. If you're looking for top coats, whether it's super smooth clear or matte coat, Clarksville Hobby Depot has cans of those on sale from $11.99, $10.99, and the next SD kit that we are scrolling through is a Gunner Zaki Warrior Luminary Hawk Custom. So that is what we're working on down there. Yep, sorry. $8.99 for the 30-minute mission space tank. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're moving into things. We got some G rework. Witch from Mercury weapons display base. So that's going to be coming in. That's not in yet, but it will be coming in. So if you do order a Witch from Mercury at all from Scott over at Clarksville Hobby Depot, guys, remember he will have on sale for $7.99. He will have a base. So get that at the same time. It'll cut down on your shipping costs. Pick up the base and the kit at the same time, man. That's a way to save money. I guess G rework decals are coming in and are in at Clarksville Hobby Depot. From the likes of Sinanju or Sazabi Red, RG God Gundam, Sinanju Red, and Gundam GPL-1 Semprantes. So those are just some of the G reworks that are in for the real great kits. So that's pretty much a good restock run up of what's going on at Clarksville Hobby Depot. That was a good run up, actually. I like that.
That was a great run up. That was a good one.
Yeah. So lots of things coming, lots of things going, and I'm just excited to see all those aerial posts or all those aerials in there that we'll be able to check out here. That's going to be super awesome.
Hey,
also, news from our sponsors and stuff. They have as of November 9th, 2022, this is a news. To all my brothers and sisters out there, I know there are times when life is tough and you need someone to listen to you. I'm here if you. Okay, so there's a veterans crisis line linked here at Clarksville Hobby Depot for veterans, and I think there's a couple different ones. And then there's a couple little things where you can enter to win some gifts and stuff. Then Scott goes into talking about future with RC. Let's go over to the About Us. About Us looks good. Yeah, everything's great, man. Looks great over there. So, that's about it. We're moving towards that spot, that wonderful spot of late night with Web C and the Model Rocketeer. So we have 25 minutes left on the clock here for the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm not done for the
that
night. I'm actually super tired.
things that we'll be talking about on the late night. I will be previewing the new Pokemon game. Carrie will be venting whatever he needs to get to us with. It'll sound like a vent, but I promise it'll be good information. And then, I guess Bit's gonna hang out with us for the late night for a while too, till he
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
till he finds himself too sleepy.
As usual, right now.
Yeah, man. No, you're good, bro. Glad to have you.
Yeah, so I
Thanks,
probably won't
guys.
be picking out.
It's been amazing having this opportunity.
I probably won't be specifically working on a Gundam tonight because my projects are all at the wash me phase of everything, and I don't really want to sit at the sink and wash Gundams while you guys stare at the back of my head. That's kind of boring.
Right.
So I'm not really going to do all that. Maybe I could set up the POV and see if I could wash with the POV. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how that'll go, but we'll see. For that, and then I got a little video. You guys like Dave Chappelle, so I got a little video to play of Dave Chappelle's, and maybe we can see what we think about that video when we watch it. We'll do a little review, like a little skit review type thing. Watch that.
All right.
That. So that'll be more towards the late end of late night. We'll push the I don't want to call it dark talk, but adult conversations. We'll push those
it's real
to the far
talk.
back
It's
of the
real
show.
talk. I mean, it can get dark, but it's real talk.
Yeah.
And hell yeah.
Yep, definitely. So I just want to address some of the things that people saw and said and seen and things we heard and what we didn't hear.
Kind of square
some
away
of us,
some misconceptions.
Yeah.
Get
Some
some
of us,
information out.
some of us, yeah. So some people didn't like things, some people do like things, and we all like things. Things are things. So that's how it's going.
Things are nice.
Tits are nice. Other than that, though, throughout the night for late night, I put a disclaimer and a copy link in here now where I have a playlist on YouTube that has no super adult graphic language or anything that I will play in the background once in a while. But it's just a disclaimer. It's a link to all the videos, so they can say, "Oh, that's where you're citing all that music from that because that's where it's coming from. That's where we're listening to it." So we'll hear that stuff. But for the most part, I do have the lo-fi background music on that we pay for through Restream.
Thanks, Restream.
Yeah, Restream, you're awesome. We've been listening to that for the most of the night. Moving from that on to the next things. Goals, future goals, things that we have going on here. We are in the process of training Bit on how we do things with podcasting and how things go. Tonight's been a real smooth night. Everybody's had a good night so far. No arguments have broken out, so that's good. And that's always good, having good chemistry and stuff like that, being able to converse clearly with everybody. That's always fun. So moving forward, we will be discussing where we're going to make some of these alterations. I've been talking about new shows coming. Well, it's a process. It's a slow process. We try to get it going, slows us down. Try to get it going, slows us down. So just things, can't pinpoint everything to be anybody's fault. Just starts, slows us down. Things just happen. We gotta make do, make changes, and now we're here at this crossroads where we're approaching everything with caution. More so
Clear
this
mind and
time.
open heart.
Clear
mind and open hearts.
Yeah, buddy. So we'll be doing all that.
I think it's going to be broccoli and cauliflower and carrots tonight to cool the phone.
Broccoli, cauliflower, and some
interesting,
carrots.
healthy but interesting.
That's my cooling game for the night.
They cooled it hard. Awesome. That's
Like, at least we'll have a healthy snack afterwards. I mean,
Indeed.
right.
throw a little cheese on there. There you go.
Zachary.
I'm cooked.
You're cooked. I'm cooked. We're all cooked. I know. We're reaching that end point. Don't worry. We're only 20 minutes out. Look, I just wasted 5 minutes giving you guys that prelude into the next show and basically giving everybody a recap of what's the dilly dally, the shilly shally, the felly tully. Hey, Hiko.
Yeah.
You're still here. I just wanted to double check because I can't see you.
That's fine, man.
Hey, goodbye. Na 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 na. All right.
Wait, yeah.
I've just had an amazingly crazy week. It's been up and down all around. It's the first week of full on snow here in Minnesota. So we're getting Minnesota. We're getting all that beautiful weather. So we can all
That
slide
beautiful
down
fall
the
weather.
hill together. Yep. No trash bags and
Hopefully,
cardboard boxes this year. We're going to be doing like full on real toboggans. Yes, sir. No, I'm
hopefully there
joking.
will be no broken tailbones.
Oh no, definitely not. Oh no.
I knew a
Might make
friend.
a
She was
joke
coming
for the
out of her
kid.
house a couple weeks ago, and she slipped, fell, and busted her tailbone right on a stair.
Oh,
Like,
that's bad. My
oh
wife has
man,
done that.
like yeah,
Yep, my wife has
she,
done
like she cussed up a storm, and like her kids were clutching their ears and running for the door, and like the big dog got small, and it was a whole thing apparently.
Oh no.
Yeah, when a big dog gets like the size of Chihuahua, she said, like I can only imagine. Like I'm not downing redheads. They're like they're awesome at times, but she can get very mean. Like that whole mentality comes out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The feistiness, huh?
Oh, like I could feel the heat coming through the phone as she was speaking.
Oh
Like there
no.
was a flame in her eyes and everything. Oh man, it was funny though. I mean, I was laughing because she kind of giggled at the end of it when she said her husband came up and goes, "Would you like some ice?" And she like I know her, so she like looked at him, gave him the "you're about to have a nuclear holocaust happen to you" look,
Oh no.
and then just yeah,
The look of a
and
thousand
then just
burning
laughed.
suns, followed by the slap of a
Or
million burning suns.
and then the 400 years of death. She's a nerd too, so she uses that reference quite often.
Oh, okay.
No.
Right, that one tasted more like peach today than mango.
I see, said the blind man.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like I got to get up at 8 o'clock, walk my ass to the store, and go get a bottle of soda because I got a pizza tonight because it's the only time I can get it because I won't have time tomorrow. So I'm prepared, but I forgot to get soda when I left the store.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Nah, dude, it's no big deal. It's a 15-minute walk one way, so it's a 30 minutes. Nah, it's good exercise. I can do that tomorrow. No big deal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I walked to
got
work
that.
today, so yeah, and I worked today. Like today's job was today when I was working the job, it wasn't too terribly bad. I started in a bakery, and I'm working from the bottom of the store on up, so I'm doing dishes.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
No,
that at all. As a chef, I'll tell you what. Biggest restaurant I ever worked in, I started off washing dishes. So yeah, I could
hey,
definitely.
there he is.
And that's the captain. Dun dun.
How's it go, guys? Good to be home. Good to be able to tune in. I've been listening to y'all Yeah, you got it going on, Bit. Just stick with it, man, and see what you can get out of it. Mike knows.
I'm
And
definitely enjoying
I'm
this.
working that thing too, man. I won't lie. The other day I had to go clean the bathroom, and I cried while I scrubbed the toilet. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But while I did it, I tried to think grateful. I got a job, and it's going to help me, and it's breaking down my ego enough where I'm just doing it, man, and it's coming to me. It comes to me daily.
Oh yeah.
I was a glorified janitor, but like the store had a different name for it, maintenance man, and I worked
Oh
at a
yeah,
grocery store. So like watermelon season came, I hated it. I
yeah.
For some reason they would literally wait 30 minutes to tell me they had this 3 or 4 watermelon pile up trying to crawl back into the bin.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
gross.
Yeah, it was sticky all over the place. I had to double up on solution and everything else. Sometimes even scrubbing bubbles.
Grody.
Oh
That
yeah.
stuff works great.
Cool.
Yeah. It's all well and good until the scrubbing bubbles comes out, and then you're just cleaned.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, the job is definitely interesting because I haven't worked in it seems like the better part of a decade.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, it's definitely a workout for me. Stretching muscles I didn't know I had anymore. If that's
Dude,
even
okay.
feasible.
Here's the trick. All right, listen to me. I'm gonna teach you something. Now that you're gonna start doing this, when you get the chance, man, as soon as you get up, remember, start your little grateful list. At least one. Pick one thing you're grateful for that day, and then write it down in the morning. But make your bed and stretch. Stretch and drink a little bit of water, a whole glass of water, and do some stretching. You'll thank me, and your body will too.
Grateful for
Yeah.
that bed that I just crawled out of.
Yep. Yeah, something, anything, dude. Because seriously, think about this. I write 3 down every day, and it's simple. Like I'm thankful for my eyesight because I can see the world for the beauty that it is, or my hearing so I can hear music. Dude, the list is endless. Don't even worry. Don't even fret or think hard because you can just pick. I'm thankful for the ants because they clean up all the crumbs. I'm thankful for the bees because it makes the flowers, grow. Anything. If you just write a
Damn
couple
right.
of them, you'll start seeing the change in the world in yourself. It'll come back to you.
Well, on an interesting note, like I got blamed for like something that I had no control over today. Just sheer happenstance that this guy has been like irritated with the world, I guess you could say. So he's trying to find fault in everything, and
Right.
he brought my mom into it, and
That's
I
because
stopped
he has
myself.
issues in his life with his mom, and that's him lashing out at his mom. He doesn't even know it. It's not even
Which
personal,
I
bro. It
mean,
ain't personal, man. It ain't personal. He's
no,
lashing out because he doesn't know.
like he doesn't. He calls himself Mister Can't Get Right. So I think that's a hint at some of like the vernacular of his mindset,
You said
and
it.
because of
That,
and he he complains a lot, and he like the one of the things another thing he said to me is, "You're irritating me. You need to leave." I need to leave. Like I live here. I pay rent here. You're just
Right.
in here because you can get warm, is what I wanted to say, but I bit my tongue. I wanted to
Good
clock
man.
the
It takes
guy.
more strength.
I wanted to clock the guy when he brought up my mom, and I walked away. Like I walked
yeah.
out, one of the other guys walked in and told him to leave. So that
Yeah.
was very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Let
But
me
if that would have been the old me,
drop some knowledge on you. If we beat everybody up that talk bad about our mom and our sister, well, there'd be a lot of black eyes and hurt feelings. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
and busted lips,
So, because
Yeah.
not
everybody's
to
got a
mention a
mom.
lot of brain damage.
everybody's
Yeah,
got a
and a
mama.
lot of
Most
and
people have sisters, and so
yeah,
whether you're blood related or not, I'm just saying.
I have
And
I have two blood related ones, and then I've got other girls out there that are very close to me, that are like sisters. But
I've got sisters
The
a
whole
myself.
lot
key
of
to this
them I
story is
know
you
that
can't take that shit seriously, man. That's somebody else's healing.
no,
And when you start taking it personally, or you start getting other people involved that have nothing to do with it whatsoever, because they're not even in the situation, you're being just as toxic to yourself. And to be
Yeah.
careful, because somebody else is dragging you into it with their toxicity, and your mechanism kicks in. And when you get irritated, we like to shout back or do something retarded. So we say things, or we take it personally, and then we start getting hurt, burning up energy and precious lifeblood for no reason, because what Mr. Can't Get Right is predicting his own future.
exactly. And quite frankly, I don't have the want or fortitude to put out negative energy anymore, because it's so easy to put out positive energy on a daily basis, and it's just better for everyone if we were all to stay more positive,
I
because
mean,
at
he
the
just
end of the
starts
day
bothering you more. Just ask him who the pappy, because if you know where the movie, if you know what movie that whole name comes from and everything, there's a movie, and in the movie there's a character called Can't Get Right, and Can't Get Right ends up sleeping with the warden's daughter because he's in prison, and
yeah,
they do a whole Spartacus joke like I'm the pappy, and then the next prisoner steps up and goes I'm the pappy, and then so they all step up. I'm Spartacus, but I'm the pappy. So just ask him who's the pappy. The next time he like gets lippy with you, who the pappy,
Hey, the
and he'll
Pappy.
just look at you and he'll be like, what the fuck?
Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, I talk to kids. Oh man, I talk to lots of people like I'm Bernie Mac. I love Bernie Mac. That dude's he's got some
I'll knock the
attitude about
the gray
him.
matter out of them. I'll knock the gray matter out of them. Is like one of them. Like, or
I'm
I'll
about
knock
to
the white
spit you
out
to
your
the white
mouth.
meat.
I'll knock the
Yep.
white out your mouth.
I'm about to spit you to
Yes,
the
like,
white meat. Smear some butter on,
like,
shovel it out.
and then there was always him in Transformers.
Oh Jesus.
I'm
Hey,
Bobby
real quickly,
Bolivia, like the country
since we're
without the
just
runs.
we're just bullshitting a little bit.
Yep, so
I guess I mean we could wait for this, but I was gonna say Wednesday show. I think we need to we're gonna have to pre-record it, Mike, on Tuesday because I got to work on Wednesday, but I am off on Friday this coming week.
all right.
I just gotta,
Well,
like I said, I gotta keep working with
Sweet.
them. It'll be okay.
so what time? Well, my question would be, what time would you be available on Wednesday in the morning or early afternoon?
Oh yeah, hey, I like that better. I'll get up whenever, man. I'm up about 8 o'clock.
So
Son
your
worked
time, yeah,
out and did
you get
everything.
up at 8. So at 9 o'clock your time, I'll be putting my kids on the bus and I'll be getting back to my house about 9:30 your time. So I think if we air it at 9:30, that'll be fine, and then
Okay.
we can put it on repeat for the rest of the day. I'll just start
Oh
putting
yeah,
things
yeah.
on repeat. I'll just live it on repeat. And Hiko's been talking about doing that and stuff. So I think
Okay.
he took off. I don't
That
see
would be
Hiko
awesome
anymore.
too.
Yeah.
But so just
Because
living
I
that
had
on
another
repeat.
show idea that I wanted to talk to you, and it was just about like we had this issue with one of our members having well, we all have personal problems, but sometimes it overflows into our hobby, and I understand that we have good friends in the hobby, but we don't want to ruin the hobby with some of our coarse feelings and stuff like that, and when that
Yeah,
happens, it becomes personal, and
yeah,
then it takes away from
Yes.
the hobby as a group, and it becomes very
Enjoyment.
individualized. So I was
right.
going to say I'd like to do a show, maybe just a 30-minute show on just like some mental health stuff, and just to have a chat with I'd like
That
to
would
have
be
a
awesome.
bit on board because this is important to him. It's important to me, and I mean you're a good advocate too, Mike. But something we can work in there and do like a early daily show and let it run once a week, like whatever. Just do 30 minutes, and we'll do a veterans hotline thing. Shout out, say, hey man, if you know somebody's in trouble, reach out to them, and we'll just give words of wisdom and positivity for the day, some affirmations, and call it quits.
Yeah, yeah. Just show up.
Another thing we could do is something maybe on addiction, and Like
I would be
maybe
open to
we could
that.
do that.
I would be open to that because it's important, and only because there's a lot of people in the hobby industry that are now seeing that this is a therapeutic avenue, and this definitely helps that. It is a touchy subject, so we'll have to
It
think
is.
and talk more about it. But I think it's a good idea, but it has to
Yep.
be, controlled just right because it's
I
not
want
for
to
everybody.
approach that subject very cautiously for a few reasons. One, I don't want us to look like we are using people's addictions as any kind of money grab or anything. That's one thing we got to remember. We can be
Right.
easily
Yes.
accused of those things, and we got to make sure if we do that, we're making the right steps to make sure that those interactions that we're having on that show are 100% authentic and 100% clean. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, we need to be very straightforward and clean about those things, and we need to be very
Yeah.
respectful about the whole concept. If we can do those things, if we can do those two things I just listed, I would be 100% supporting it. 100%.
Yeah.
So those are the two
I can
things we
understand that.
really got to work towards. Because yeah, when we're dealing with something so much as someone's mental health like that, a lot of people can lash out at you if you say things that don't go with the flow or the ebb of everything
Right.
else. They'll lash out at you. My like, just simply as if you say something that goes against the common therapist's routine, that's one thing. But if you just like straight out there like are going like straight out left field and not fucking making any kind of sense about it at all, they'll be like,
Right.
"What the fuck,
Right.
dude?" Like, So we
Right.
need to know what we're talking about, and we need to know, the differences. Because it's like, for me, we touched the basics on it a little bit throughout the shows and podcasting, but I've been honest and open that I have an alcoholism situation. Um, with that, that's a different kind of addiction, but it's still an addiction. Okay, so
Right.
it's more so one of those, we can't be sitting there, my shit's worse than yours because it's a harder drug, or my shit's worse
Right.
than yours
Right.
because of my mental. We're not here for that, to play the comparison game. We're here to play
No.
the I can sympathize with you game. Like, I want
Right.
it to be
We're here
clear
to
about that
Yes.
encourage
too.
you through your
Yeah.
recovery. Yeah, this isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not putting any kind of
Nope.
priority or status
Yeah.
over anybody else's
So
addiction.
yeah. So that's
No, I
another thing,
agree
because
with
that's a
that.
lot
I
of what I
fully agree.
see. That's what a lot of I see is like, people start off with that whole like, I want to do this and be so positive doing this and it'd be so great, but then like when they get into doing it, somebody will come along and be like, "Oh, well, my addiction was so worse, and you can't compare, so you don't understand." It's like, no, buddy, you can't say those things. We got to be those guys that are telling people like, don't compare yourself to anybody else, especially when it comes to addiction,
Everybody's
because everybody's
circumstances
gonna
are
have that.
different.
Definitely. Um and even just your choice of why you turn to what you turn to for your addiction. Um, you know,
I I know my circumstances with addiction, like, or extreme in certain places out there that were more extreme, and so forth and so on. I wouldn't be able to compare myself to anyone because I don't want anyone to compare themselves to me. In saying
right.
that,
So that's
everyone is different from situation to situation.
oh yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
handles stuff
definitely.
differently.
Oh yeah, and like when I told you last week when we first met, I told you like, dude, I'm not going to compare like my addiction to your addiction, but I just want you to know that I can sympathize with the fact that I understand you have an addiction. I don't know what the pull of that addiction is, but I know what the feel of addiction is because I have a different addiction to something else. And so I can understand that pull, that whole concept of it being a pull, and I can sympathize with you. But I don't want to like, yeah, I don't want to do apples to oranges or anything like that. I want to just be like,
No, no,
dude,
no, definitely not.
I don't,
Because
yeah,
to an
like,
argument,
uh huh, yeah. So and
I,
that
I
for me and
I don't.
you,
I try to
that like
avoid that
cleared up the
type of
air with,
conversation.
yeah, and that cleared up the air with me and you because you were seeming like a little bit worried about how I would feel about who you were as a person. I just wanted you to know, like, there's none of that coming from me at all. Like, I didn't want you to think like there's no judgmental. I don't want to compare with you. None of that, because it's like, dude, I'm trying to push you into somewhere else. I'm trying to create a new mental atmosphere for you that doesn't have to involve addiction. Like, addiction doesn't have to be completely involved. Like, yes, we got to recognize we all have it, or we all have one or two or three,
Right.
depending on what it is. You know, I like to eat food and breathe air. Those are two addictions I can never stop. So you got to think about that.
I like those addictions though.
Yeah,
Like those are
I think humanity in general likes those two addictions. But
yes.
so I just feel like, you know, that's just something like that was a comedian said it one time. He's like, the minute you're born, you're taught an addiction. You're taught to breathe. He said, and then from then on, you can't live without air. But if you stopped breathing and went back into the womb,
that would be kind of messed
you
up
would
in its own
suffocate.
right, you know.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though. It's like to go back up into the womb and be a fetus again. You would suffocate. You wouldn't be able to do it. Like, as soon as that changeover happens, we can no longer go to not breathing. We're stuck. We breathe now. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They are working on a scientific way to do that, and they've talked about it in movies and stuff before, but they're working on a scientific way to create a liquid oxygen breathing system for humans. They are working
They have
on
some really interesting technology they're already using on lambs. It's insane. I mean, I'm talking a nitrogen blood exchanger. Oh my god! And the bag is clear.
Wow.
It's
Like I can only see what like certain things like that would be interesting, but like just some
sickening.
like yeah, in a way it is, but
dude,
and then it's
we're
like
playing God. We can't do this. I understand that it's very it's very forward thinking and stuff like that. But man, as a civilization, we shouldn't really tamper with too many things. We're doing really good. What we really need to do is get back to the basics, people. Love each other, be kind, lend a sympathetic ear, man. Give a hand out or give a hand up.
Yep.
So I want to thank everybody
Thank
everybody for coming out, hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for stopping in after the show and watching the rerun. Thank you for just being a fan of the show. Every view helps, counts, works towards us being able to make more and better stuff for you. And as you can see, we've only been getting better. So here we are at the end of the show. It's been another wonderful Friday Night KitBash, and we'll see you in 30 minutes on Late Night with Web